Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to say a quick thank you for all of your work and participation so far using Canvas. I have replied in multiple cases to the question and answer discussion board. So if you haven't seen that, do go ahead and go back and look at that. One thing to take note of is that one of the things you should do is you should go to your account settings. Here is mine, and then settings. Okay, and then you have the option to tell Canvas how to contact you, be it through email. That's how I get contacted. But you could also add other contacts like your phone number, your text messaging cell phone and whatnot, or multiple emails if you like. And then the other thing to take note of is, let's see, where is it? Hang on just a second. There's a way to set up your notifications. Okay, and this is important because as due dates come open, do you want to get notification about that? Now, the way I have it set up is that I don't get notification about almost anything except when every time you do a discussion or make a discussion post, I get a notification in my email. That keeps me up to date with what you're talking about. But most of this other stuff is never give me notifications. So like this is give me notifications every time, give me notifications every hour. I think that's every hour. Yeah, sorry. Give me a daily summary, send weekly summary, and do not send anything. I would recommend at least that you get, when it comes to due date and course content and files and announcements and et cetera, et cetera. Don't do what I've done. I've set these all to don't send me anything because I'll be the ones making these changes, so I don't need to see the changes reflected to me. But you might want to make these changes so that you can get updates, either immediate updates or daily updates, as to when the course content changes, when stuff becomes available. Also pay attention, of course, to your coming up calendar. Okay, so you'll notice that Module 1 pre-module survey is due on June. Well, a bunch of things are due June 3rd. We're due at midnight. But the pre-module survey is due June 7th. Okay, so that's the next thing that's coming up. Now, let's take a moment just to talk about kind of how Canvas is going to be presented to you, right? I have taken steps to the best of my ability to make the course content in this course, given that it's an online course, as flexible as possible. Okay. That said, with all that flexibility, right, you can get yourself into trouble. Okay, let me show you how, right? Notice here, let me actually go to the student view so as we can see what's actually happening here. So this is what you'll see. You have done step 1, 2, 3, you've done all the way through step 7, okay? When you accomplish module 1 pre-module survey, when you take this survey, then module 1 will automatically come open for you. Okay, you won't be able to get to the content in module 1 or anything below until you have first taken the module 1 survey, pre-module survey. Okay, a word about these pre-module surveys. You had a chance to read about it in the syllabus. They are participation only grades. I am trying, because we don't have the opportunity to meet face to face in the same room, I'm trying to keep track of where each of you begins as a student, right? In terms of what your knowledge base is, so that I'm not either A, asking you to do too much without explaining anything to you, or B, asking you to do too little because you already understand everything. Both of those would be a waste of our times. In a normal circumstance where we can be in the same room, I get to look at your eyes and read your faces and read your body expressions, your body language, to tell if you're comfortable with what we're talking about or not. I don't get to see any of that online. So this is my way of trying to mitigate that challenge is to get you to fill this out, to force you to fill out the pre-module survey. It's not graded except for participation. And likewise, when we're done with Module 1, we take some of the steps to do Module 1. When you do all those steps, that'll open up the Module 1 post-module survey, and then you can kind of tell me, then that'll give me some quicker feedback as to whether or not you picked up the lessons that I expected you to get from the content. Okay. Now, as to how you can get in trouble, notice the due date for the Module 1 pre-module survey is June 7th. Okay, June 7th. Probably June 7th at midnight, I would say. That could be a problem because you are supposed to be also, only after you finish this can you go into Module 1 and finish steps 0 through 5. And these lab activities, and remember labs are worth the highest percentage of your final grade, these lab activities are also due on June 7th. Okay? These are going to take time to complete, right? So you could wait to June 7th to do any of this, but that would be a bad idea, okay? If you're thinking about doing that, you are having a bad idea. My expectation is that you will spend today, the 4th, tomorrow, the 5th, and any part of the 6th or 7th that you need to finish the Module 1 content. Okay, this is when the assignments are due. And then this pre-module 2 survey, before you can begin Module 2, is due June the 10th. Okay, and then we'll continue on from there. So I've tried to make this as flexible as possible. I've tried not to force you, because I know a lot of you are working and have other obligations and considerations, family and whatnot. I try to make it as flexible as possible. But the downside to giving you so much flexibility is that you can make mistakes, and you can choose to put yourself into a difficult situation. And I won't take the steps to get you out of that situation, right? If you wait to the last minute to do it, the due date will not change. I'm sorry, it's not fair to everyone else to change the due date. And plus, we're really tight scheduled and we got to keep going, okay? So, yeah. Just because a failure on your end does not make an emergency on my end or anybody else. Okay? So keep that in mind and stay on track, stay on top of everything. Yeah, so that's basically it. Go ahead and go through Module 1. Keep contacting me if you have questions. There might be things that come up. This is maybe news, but I am human. And I have been known to make mistakes. In fact, I already made a mistake that I took care of real quick on the quiz for Module 0. None of you saw that, but there was a mistake in there before you got to it, and I took care of it very last minute. Yeah, so there's definitely a possibility that I've made a mistake when planning for this course or executing this course. There's definitely a possibility that I might be asking you to do something that you don't understand. And maybe I'm assuming that you know more than you know. If that's the case, then I want to know it. And I want to try and help you bridge that knowledge gap that you might have that neither of us knew about until you started to work on something. Okay? So reach out to me for help via Canvas, via email. Canvas message goes straight to my email box. So reach out and let me know if you have any questions. Other than that, I think we're off to a good start. I hope you're well, and you'll be hearing from me soon.